What happens when you stop eating sugar for 2 weeks? Sugar is discovered in masses of foods, however, clearly is not true for us. It's first rate to treat yourself in moderation. However, have you ever puzzled about what might show up on your frame in case you stopped eating sugar altogether? There's a cause why sugar is hard to shake. For one, it is delicious, but sugar also causes the opioid receptors for your brain to activate, which triggers your neurological rewards gadget to flare up. In different phrases, sugar makes you feel properly emotionally, regardless of the terrible side results in excess intake can cause, like complications, electricity crashes, or even hormonal imbalances, consistent with Healthline. However, it's most essential to observe that processed sugars are unique to the natural sugars found in fruit, honey, and unsweetened milk. Refined sugars, in any other case known as sucrose, are rather processed from sugar cane and sugar beets. They're excessive in energy and don't have any actual nutritional fee, while herbal sugars incorporate nutrients and minerals. Processed sugars have a sour candy effect on the human body, and it is up to you to decide if it is worth the flavor. Baked items, fizzy bottles of soda, and even the so referred to as healthy packaged snacks at your table are probably jam-packed with grams on grams of added sugars. That initial first bite or sip tastes fulfilling, sufficient, and positive, but are you able to surely say you sense in particular colorful or energized whilst that slice of cake or carbonated syrup is sitting in your stomach? There are extra than 50 names and forms of processed sugars in meal merchandise, and even though they could flavor precisely, they definitely aren't doing any desirable for you. The high glycemic index of processed sugars can spike blood sugars inside the body rapidly and drop them quickly as well, leading to a type of roller coaster impact on blood sugars. As blood sugar stages an upward thrust, you will revel in a short growth in strength. Sadly, due to the fact the one's degrees grow to be regulated quickly, a power or sugar crash is not far in the back of the spike, especially whilst dealing with introduced sugars. What's greater, the frame makes use of enzymes in its small gut to interrupt sugar into glucose. Typically this isn't a trouble as glucose from carbohydrates is saved as a power source your frame can dip into when vital. Any excess glucose may be transformed into fat, which could lead to weight benefits and weight problems if you are not minding your portions. So what occurs in your body when you stop consuming sugar? Hard as it may be to stop ordering an ice bloodless cola together with your burger, or hold your hands from grazing the sweet dish at events, omitting sugar from your weight loss plan will have an extensive effect on your fitness. If you are someone who regularly treats themselves to dessert with a cup of tea after dinner, or tosses a store-sold granola bar in with their lunch every day, be warned there might be a difficult transition linked at the beginning. Tea espresso. You may have sugar withdrawal signs in case you frequently eat sugar and then stop. Shutterstock. Studies have shown that, when someone stops eating sugar, there are comparable outcomes as whilst humans get off tablets, she stated. Studies have shown that, when someone stops eating sugar, there are comparable outcomes as whilst humans get off tablets. Translation: it's a procedure. Your temper can trade significantly in case your body is hooked on sugar, and unexpectedly you're going without. Sugar releases the feel-accurate hormones, dopamine and serotonin, into the mind, activating your frame's praise device. In other words, the extra sugar you consume, the higher you sense, at least, briefly. When you prevent eating sugar altogether, however, your frame goes through withdrawal, and it's no longer exceptional in your body or your mind. As you begin to reduce return on sugar intake, the frame starts to feel this, and you can sense cranky or irritable, specifically inside the first few days, Glauder said. Many humans revel in fatigue, headaches, or even a sense of unhappiness or melancholy, he introduced, aka informed tell signs and symptoms that your frame is adjusting to the now low ranges of glucose, dopamine, and serotonin. After per week or so, your energy will begin to improve, and you may experience greater life and less irritable. Sugar causes inflammation inside the pores and skin, so the less you eat, the clearer your complexion may also turn out to be. There are positive types of ingredients that may reason zits, processed sugars are amongst them. Cookies, cookie dough, chocolate chip. Sugar can lead to extra breakouts, so without it, you will likely observe a change in your skin. Shutterstock. Diets excessive in delicate sugar, suppose candy bars, cake, cookies, and so on, can lead to immoderate insulin spikes which, in turn, triggers inflammation within the pores and skin, Glatter defined. As a result, elasticity and collagen, what makes your skin look plump and glowy, become broken, in all likelihood main to untimely wrinkling, sagging pores and skin, and zits and rosacea. Reducing your sugar consumption will do simply the other. Reducing your sugar intake can help enhance your complexion by way of strengthening elastin and collagen and decreasing the level of inflammation present in your pores and skin, Glatter said. Eliminating sugar from your diet can improve the overall pleasure of your sleep in the long run. Breaking up with sugar may not remedy your sleep problems overnight, but in a few weeks, you ought to observe yourself falling into a deeper sleep. This is because meals containing excessive quantities of subtle sugars lessen the degree of gradual wave sleep, SWS, the restorative sleep that consolidates memories and records found out for the day, and fast time motion, REM, sleep, the dream section. Eating less sugar will reduce the wide variety of instances you awaken at some stage in the night time, and improve your sleep first class usual. You might shed pounds by way of slicing sugar out of your diet. However, other variables cross into this, too. To make it clear, sugar itself doesn't make you benefit weight. Eating an excessive amount of sugar can contribute to weight gain. Just as there are distinct factors that move into gaining weight, there are a few elements that contribute to dropping the extra pounds. Cutting return on sugar is simply one of those matters. When you reduce or remove sugar, storage of fat will decline slowly, and you will lose some weight. However, this takes time, with the impact typically starting at 1 to 2 weeks. If you're hoping that omitting sugar from your food plan will result in fast, great weight reduction, but, Glatter said eating extra protein and following an everyday exercise ordinary that includes both aerobic and weight education, is prime.